They have finally remade the How to Train Your Dragon into a live action movie. And I'll be honest, when this first was announced, I had mixed feelings. The original is a masterpiece. Beautiful animation, a touching story, and the unforgettable bond between Hiccup and Toothless. So the idea of Hollywood doing yet another live action remake, I was nervous. When I saw the trailer, I started to come around. The CGI looked surprisingly high quality and the feel of the original movie was still there. But I still went in with a bit of apprehension. So how did it hold up? Let's dive in. Let's start with the good. Because honestly, this movie got a lot right. First off, they didn't mess with the story. Very smart move. The original works so well because of how tight and emotional storytelling was. This live action version stayed true to that. Same beats, same pacing, and it paid off. They also kept the humour and the heart. That's not easy to pull off in a remake. The humour didn't feel forced. There were small moments of levity, great timing, and they didn't linger too long on any one joke. It was natural, just like the original. But what really impressed me was the emotion. You still felt it. Especially the connection between Hiccup and Toothless. It's tender, it's earned. And let's talk about the dragons. The CGI was top tier. You completely believe they're real. Toothless in particular was done with so much care and detail. His expressions, his movements, it all felt alive. You believe he and Hiccup exist in the same world. It didn't feel like a guy standing next to a green screen monster. It felt like a friendship. And now for the mixed. To be fair, not anything is perfect. It never really is. One thing I did think about was, the realism of the dragons might actually be a little too real for younger kids. In the animated version, even the dangerous dragons had a bit of charm and they never really felt overly threatening. Here, some of them look terrifying, which to be fair is probably more accurate. But if you're a parent thinking of taking a younger child, just be ready for that. If I was to nitpick, and that's really what it is, some of the night scenes were just a little bit too dark. There were moments when I found myself squinting at the screen, trying to figure out what was going on. A few of those scenes could have used a bit more contrast, or smarter lighting. Also, the flying scenes, which are supposed to be thrilling, and sometimes they were, did feel a bit choppy here and there. Too many quick camera movements, too much shaking. I get they were going for immersion, but it ended up making a few moments hard to follow. I found it a bit hard to completely immerse myself in that moment. So overall, the movie is absolutely fantastic. It didn't just reinvent the wheel, and I think that was a smart decision. Instead, it leaned into what made the original great and simply updated it for a new medium. Visually, emotionally, it delivered. I loved every moment of it. It didn't feel like a lazy cash grab. Bringing in the original director and some of the writers allowed the movie to stay true to its roots and hit all the right notes, just as the original did. So if you're a fan of the original, go see it. You'll laugh and you'll feel something, and you'll fall in love with Toothless all over again. So for my rating for this movie, it has to be a gold tape. They pulled off everything that live action remakes aim to do, and they did it so very well.